Hi everybody, it's Amy from Northwoods Studio, and I'm not really sure what to call today's video. So I wanted to sort all my colored pencils into these drawers. I kind of wanted to take you guys outside and show you my gardens because I'm kind of proud of them, and it's spring and it's finally starting to come up. And I thought, you know, I could update you throughout the summer. But the main thing I wanted to talk about today was some mental turmoil I've been having as an artist and trying to be an artist, but also doing YouTube. Miss Farita wants me to take her out. Oh, I suppose she could come over for a minute. We're back. She wants to go on her little leash and go for a walk, don't you? She just wants to be out. I don't like to let her run around while I'm filming because I can't watch her and I wouldn't want anything to happen to her. Yeah, but the thing I really wanted to talk about today was how I'm feeling about trying to create art and also be on YouTube. And I thought maybe we could have a little chat about it and see if you guys had any solutions or recommendations for me or advice, tips, I don't know. I just thought we could have a little chat about how I'm feeling about things and see if anybody has any input that you could give me. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Yeah, so why don't you grab a cup of something warm to drink or cool if it's nice where you are, and come on in and let's chat for a little bit and try to figure some things out. Alright, I'm going to take her for a little walk on her leash and then I will be right back. So I'm not sure how I want to do this other than I know that a large part of this sorting is going to be sorting by light fastness and brand and color family. So I think maybe I definitely don't have enough pencils to fill this up, and I don't know about the pastels. I don't know if I want to take the pastels out of their packaging. The loose ones I'd like to put in here. It would be really cool if I could put like my watercolor tubes in here too. I'm probably gonna have to get more of these. All right. So why don't I start sorting and we can talk a little bit. Is this a vlog? I guess it could be a vlog, a studio vlog. Well, I have a bunch of pencils out already because I was working on a project, so I'm not gonna put those away right now. I think I'll start with sorting my Faber-Casteels into this first drawer, and it'll be everything except something that's rated a 1. So all of these neutrals and the grays can go in this one. So the thing I'm having trouble with here on YouTube is I really underestimated how long it takes to edit a video and how long it takes to like film. But also I've gotten into this thing where I feel like I have to make sure that if I start a project, the whole thing has to be in one video. And because I'm doing 2 videos a week, although I've tried to do chatty ones once a week and art videos the other video, which has gotten easier since I dropped from 3 videos to 2, I'm still feeling like the whole thing has to be done in one video for an art piece, which I feel is kind of limiting as an artist. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it's limiting me as an artist. I tend to like to have longer, more intricate pieces that I work on, and I found myself making smaller and less intricate and less detailed pieces just so that I can get them all done in a video and up for the week. And the longer I've been on here, the more I find myself doing it. I haven't been on here very long. I don't have videos filmed like way in advance. I pretty much film whatever video you see that week, I might have to redo the pinks and purples and reds after I'm done with the project I'm working on. Oops, and I forgot to look at the numbers again, so now I have to do that. So I find myself doing shorter and shorter videos, or shorter and shorter art projects, and not doing any of these big, really in-depth pieces that I really like to do. And I'm not sure how to fix it. I don't know if I should be filming different kinds of videos, if I should not be trying to put up an art video every week, if I should do more talking, chatty videos. I know a lot of people, like a lot of artists, don't actually put their art on YouTube, and I never really understood why until I started my own channel, and I think that's why, because if you're working on the same piece for a month or 2 months, like, that's gonna get really boring to your viewers really fast. But if you're not putting up your art every week, then what should I be doing? What should I be putting up? I'm not sure what kind of content I should be making as an artist if it's not actually my art. And on top of that, you know, because the editing and the filming take up so much time, and because I am always doing like my own original works for it, my learning is starting to suffer. So a lot of the time, like before I had this channel, I would try to make sure that I had like one of my own projects going at all times, but I was also working on like a tutorial project too. So I was constantly learning new skills and new mediums and things. And I haven't been able to do that pretty much since I started this channel in January. I've watched some classes and I've a little bit on the weekends, but I don't have the concentrated learning time that I used to, and I think I need it because I'm not at that point yet where I feel like I know everything I need to know to really be a professional artist. I feel like I need to do more learning. I don't know, maybe I'll always feel like that. Maybe it's like imposter syndrome or whatever. But like, I'm a patron of a lot of artists myself, and I want to follow their tutorials. There's Anna Bucarelli, I think I'm saying her name right, who's like an advanced watercolor artist, and I have been wanting to do one of her tutorials for a while. That's on her Patreon, and I haven't been able to do it because I'm constantly busy doing these small projects for YouTube. And then Sarah Burns Studio, she has a bunch of gouache tutorials I want to do. The classes I just bought from Domestica I want to do. And I'm not sure like how to handle it. I don't know if I should like film myself doing a tutorial for another artist, of course cutting out huge chunks so that I'm not showing any of their original content, because that would be not right, and cutting out chunks so you can't follow what I'm doing from what you see. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if people would be interested in seeing me following along with tutorials and seeing how it turns out, or if like I could let my community know ahead of time which one I was going to be doing, and maybe we could do it all together. Or if that's something I should have on my Patreon. I don't know how to handle it, because I'm missing it, and I definitely need to work that back in. I don't really want to cut down to 1 video a week. I feel like I just cut down to 2, and it's too soon to cut to 1. And on top of that, I have all my other, you know, hobbies like gardening and baking and cooking, and I have to take care of our house and my kids and walk the animals, and like I don't have enough time to do everything I want. So I'm not really sure how to handle it and what to do. One of you guys, I'm gonna probably butcher your name, Willamine, she had left a comment on my video about not letting social media ruin your art, and she had said something that I thought was very insightful and thoughtful, and it really hit me, and I've been thinking about it for weeks now, ever since I put that video up. And she asked in the video, she said, one of the things you really have to ask yourself is, are you an artist who does YouTube, or are you a YouTuber who does art? And as she pointed out, and as I agree, there's nothing wrong with either way. Without YouTubers who do art, I wouldn't have learned a bunch of the stuff that I have learned, but there is a clear definition between the two, and I can clearly see it when now that it's been brought to my attention, like I can clearly see it when I'm watching the channels. Like The Unexpected Gypsy, Sarah Burns Studio, Chuck Black Art, Anna Bucarelli, they're artists who do YouTube. And then, you know, you have people like Chloe Rose or Jazza or, oh, I can't remember them. I was watching someone who does like colored pencils and Copic markers that are like how to color stamps and like coloring books. That's clearly a YouTuber who does art. I mean, there's a pretty clear difference. And I want to be an artist who does YouTube. Sandy Hester, she's another one who is an artist who does YouTube. Like, you can clearly see the difference. The artists who are on YouTube aren't showing as much as their art, or aren't, I don't know how to say it. I mean, they show their art. Chuck Black's videos are pretty much all time lapses of his art. I don't know. I don't know how to define the two. It's just like a gut feeling I have that tells me which is which. And I don't know how to make sure I stay an artist who does YouTube. This journey really for me has been about the art and about finding myself and figuring out who I am and using art as a therapy to help me with my Crohn's disease, especially during flares. And, you know, even in addition to my Crohn's disease, I've had some pretty hard things happen in my life that I don't really want to talk about right now. But the reason I bring that up is for a very long time, I didn't know who I was. I spent a lot of my time desperately trying to make the people around me happy without ever looking at what I actually wanted out of life or what I even liked, or I didn't know myself at all. I didn't know what I liked. My preferences were whoever was around me. What they liked, I liked. What they wanted to do, I wanted to do. And just in like the last maybe 10 years, I realized, I had like an epiphany, and I realized I was doing that. And, you know, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not. But I went through some, you know, some traumatic stuff back in the day. And clearly it screwed me up a little bit. Yeah, so this art has been a big part of figuring out who I am and what I like and what I want out of life. And I feel like the more I get into doing these small pieces that I can finish in a day or two to make a video, I'm starting to feel a little bit like I'm doing it again. Like I'm trying to just put up content to make the viewers happy, and it may not be so true to myself and what I actually want. So those are my thoughts on it. I don't have a solution. I don't know what to do. I need you guys. I actually really do. I need you guys. I need your advice. I need your advice. Give me your thoughts on the matter. And, you know, I read every comment. I've had March and April were crappy months. The start of May hasn't been great, but so far it's been better than March and April. I started to have a period there where I wasn't being able to comment on all of the comments because of some family issues. And then we had strep, the respiratory thing that I can't say on here without censoring, because that's a problem. Then we had colds. Then there was a mild tummy bug. I mean, it was just like, I don't know. And then like I said, we had family emergencies and just all sorts of, you know what? I don't swear, but you know what I mean. So for a while there, I wasn't able to comment on all of the comments. But I do read them all, and I will continue to read them all until like there's so many that I can't, but I think I'll always read them all, even if I can't comment on all of them. So yeah, please share your thoughts with me. Share your thoughts on how artists should handle this and still be true to themselves and work on the pieces they want to work on, while still being able to make weekly or twice weekly content for YouTube, because I do want to share and share my thoughts and life and you know, whatever can help people, especially other artists or other people who are dealing with chronic illness or, you know, whatever. I want to share what can be helpful as well. So now I think I am going to take you out into my garden for a minute and show you what's going on out there. For everybody who is only interested in art, you can leave now. But I kind of think that gardening is an art form too. I have flower gardens and a large vegetable garden, and I will show you what's going on out there. So let's go on out and see what's happening. Here we are in part of our backyard. That's my husband's man cave and our sauna. These are our lilac trees. They're just starting to leaf out. It is May 16th today. Everything's late. This is our big vegetable garden here. There's rhubarb, asparagus, some herbs, some blueberries, garlic. All of that is coming up, but it needs to be rototilled and then planted, but we can't plant till June 1st here. These are our peonies along this edge. This is a new rose bush. We just got this on Mother's Day weekend. This is our newest garden bed here. My son and I are currently digging it up and planting it. Here is our sun garden here. And this has a nice little rose bush and some plants in here. This was a giant tree, like that one there, but it got hit by lightning 3 summers ago, and my husband made it into a little elf house for me. And this is our little shade garden. This is totally shady back here. This climbing rose was an anniversary gift from my husband 2 summers ago, and it's doing really well. Our fire pit and chairs, all ready to go for a fire, but it's too dry right now. This is our path into the woods where I walk the dog every day. We live surrounded by county land, so we do a lot of walking in the woods. That's the little tree fort my husband built for our kids. Wood for the sauna. This is a new row of raspberries that we put in Mother's Day weekend as well. Our old ones along our garage aren't doing well, so we put in a new row. And here you can see my asparagus is just starting to come up. I always wait until after it comes up before I weed the grass out of there because I'm afraid of breaking the stalks. And we just added this little mason bee house this weekend for Mother's Day as well. There's a fly on there. I'm waiting. I keep checking it for bees, but nothing yet. So that is our yard and garden. This is the area here. We're on the other side of the sauna now. This is the area here where we would put my studio, my art studio, if we ever get to build it. We'll see. And then these are all our apple trees, and there's a pear. These are all our apple trees, and there's a pear tree there as well. And about, oh, and a couple currant bushes. And in about 2 weeks, this whole area will be a blue carpet of forget-me-nots, but not yet. So thanks for being here with me today. I hope you liked my colored pencil organization and the little tour of our garden. And again, I'd really love some advice as to what you think about trying to be an artist on YouTube. If you like videos like this, please feel free to subscribe and like and leave a comment to help support the channel. And until next time, happy creating!